Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ron. All right, so we're doing a three-part series about a divorce. It's a how-to divorce. In this case, John Doe is divorcing Jane Doe, as we talked about. She was out getting tipsy with her friends. She got caught up in the mix, didn't come home from work or didn't come home from the club, and caught her creeping. So he's done with her. This is a short-term marriage. He's only been with her for about 5 years, or married to her for 5 years. And he wants out. He doesn't want any spousal support. He doesn't want to pay spousal support. They have no children, no property. They have no separate property, and they have no community property. John Doe knows that separate property is any property that he purchased prior to the marriage or after the separation. And he also knows that community property is any property that was purchased during the marriage. At least that's the presumptions. Okay, so the last video we went over the summons. Okay, on top is the respondent. Just a quick recap. The respondent on this case is Jane Doe. Below it is the petitioner. He's the one petitioning the court for a divorce. His name goes there, John Doe. It's highlighted. Down here is going to be the court address. So again, this is for San Bernardino County. He lives out in Fontana, so he's going to be filing at the family court in San Bernardino. He only has really two options that's nearest here. It's Barstow or San Bernardino, and his zip code belongs to San Bernardino. So that's the address to the court. And then his information. So it says... he knows that it says here name, address, and telephone number of the petitioner. He's the petitioner. So it's got his name and it's got his address there. So that summons is complete. There's 2 pages to the summons. There's nothing for him to do on page 2. Now let's move over to the part 2, which is the petition for dissolution of marriage. That form number is FL100. You'll see it on the top corner there, sometimes down here, FL100. Again, he went to Judicial Council Forms. Google Judicial Council Forms. That took him to the government website. That's where you can find all the forms. These are called judicial forms, court forms. So on the top corner, it's got his contact information, John Doe. It's got his address, his phone number, his email address. Right below it, it's got the court address. Again, same court. Then below that, it says petitioner. He knows that that's him, John Doe. Respondent, he knows that's his soon-to-be ex-wife, Jane Doe, the creeper. Petition for dissolution of marriage. So he checked this box off because he's doing a divorce. He's doing a petition of dissolution of marriage. Number 1 says we are married. So they're both married. Number 2, they both live in San Bernardino County. He lives in Fontana in this case. She lives in Rialto. So he checked both of them. Petitioner and respondent have been living in this state for at least the last 6 months and in this county for at least the last 3 months. That's how the court is able to figure out what is the proper court, the venue. So that's his scenario. They both live here. They both get checked off. If she was living in LA County, and he just checked his box because he lives here. Number 3 is statistics, facts. 3A is date of marriage. So he knows when he got married. He got married January 1st, 2020. Date of separation. He got separated on September 11, 9/11. That's when he separated. So that's when he decided, hey, I'm out. That equated to 5 years and 8 months. I didn't highlight that part, but here, that's got to be completed. So he counted all the months and everything, came out to 5 years and 8 months. Number 4, minor children. Again, his divorce, it's a short-term marriage, so it's 5 years or less. He's got no children, no property. So for number 4, of course, he's going to put no children. Next page, number 5, grounds for the divorce, legal grounds. It says it's a divorce for irreconcilable differences. So that's pretty much standard. This was a traditional divorce. It just didn't work out. That's the scenario, irreconcilable differences. Number 6 is child custody. Doesn't apply. Number 7 is child support. Doesn't apply. Number 8 is spousal support. 8B is checked off. So he wants to terminate spousal support. He doesn't want to receive spousal support. He doesn't want to pay spousal support. Now, it doesn't mean that she can't oppose. This is what he proposes. So for that reason, he put B, which says terminate court's ability to award spousal support to petitioner and respondent. They're both checked off right there. Right there. Number 9 is separate property. So John Doe is aware that separate property is any property that was purchased prior to the marriage or after the separation date. No separate property. That's the reason why he checked 9A. If he had separate property, if he came into the marriage with a car or something, a house, that's where he would put it at. But this case, again, is just no children, no property. Number 10 is community property. Are there any community property? On this case, there is no community property. So he knows that community property is any property that was purchased during the marriage. That's the presumption, during the marriage. So they didn't buy anything. It was a short-term marriage. They really didn't have time to establish a family or purchase any property. So for that reason, he put 10A. So, you know, had it been Jane Doe asking for a divorce, and she probably would have checked off her 11B, or she's asking for her name, her last name to be restored, her maiden name to be restored. But since, you know, he's male, he didn't change his last name. He's skipping all that. He's just going to date it. He's going to print his name, and he's going to sign it. Date, print name, sign. That's it. There's 3 pages to a petition for the dissolution of marriage. Again, that's form FL100. It's right there. He found that on the judicial council forms. And that's part 2 of the filing for his divorce. Stay tuned for the last part, which is part 3. When you're filing a divorce, no children, no property, it's very simple to file the initial divorce. Now, most people are going to struggle closing out the divorce because there's a process to this. But for those of you who are interested in just getting the paperwork started, or some places perhaps even charge you to just file the initial divorce, which is nonsense. That's the way he did it here. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a message. If you like the content, if it gives you any value, please consider subscribing or following. Otherwise, links in the bio with any questions, or if you're looking for our office to take care of this for you. I hope this helps, and hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you.